each and every one of you is having the best time that you can. It's comfortable. Those around you are kind. And flourishing. Today I wanted to show you guys something that really brings back memories. I'm a Leo, if you guys believe in zodiac signs, and we are very, I think, are very sentimental people. So much holds meaning to me, and it's hard for me to let things go because of that. Good and bad. It's both a good and a bad thing. So in this bag, I have something that I completely forgot I still had. It's nostalgic. And brings back all sorts of memories. So this is my Nintendo DS Lite. And I believe this thing is, let's see here, it has to be 17 years old. Has to be. And this little device brings back all sorts of memories. My husband was cleaning out our garage and stumbled upon it. And on a whim, I decided to see if maybe just maybe, I could get it to turn on. And it turns on. I'm surprised that the battery is still pretty high. So it might turn on, but the screen up here is, of course, busted. Touch screen still works, ironically. Volume does. Everything but the stop screen. Which, of course, you need to play all the games. You don't need it to play or get on PictoChat. It even has my original name on here. Can you read that? I don't know if you can. I can't do cursive backwards. I can write letters backwards, but I can't write cursive backwards. Let's see what else. Let's erase that. Says I love you. I'm a little shaky, probably because of my I'm at the side. But I thought it was so cool and amazing that this thing even works. My friend and I, her name is Randy. She's my best friend. And my freshman, well, she's just my best friend when I lived in Alaska. One of my best friends. And on the bus, because we got to ride the same bus together in high school and middle school, we would talk to each other through PictoChat. And I remember how we would completely darken the entire area and eventually use the eraser to go through and write little things. And then because you can not only send it, but you can get that back, it was easy, so we didn't have to keep going through and, filling it in all over again. Oh, dang it, I messed up my heart already. That's okay, because that's where this comes into play. It's just so cool. I remember in my 8th grade year, I was learning Japanese, specifically hiragana, and I used to remember what each of these meant. I don't anymore, which is quite a shame. I believe this one is E. Let's see here. I want to say this one is na, no, or maybe that one's na, or maybe that one's me. I don't remember already. Oh gosh, that's ka. See, all of it's pretty much left. Oh, it makes me sad. That's okay. I have time. Get it back. N. I know that one is in. Ready to go. There it goes. I don't really remember anything past, unfortunately. I would use this sometimes, even though I only knew how to write in hiragana. I didn't know kanji or katakana, let alone know what words truly meant. but I would use it to practice my Japanese immersion before I would go to my Japanese class. And that was my absolute favorite class. I did so well in it. I took it 2 times. And the second time around, I got to, while everybody was studying hiragana, I got to study katakana. I don't think there's katakana here. Oh yes, there is. I apologize. There it is. Don't remember a lick of it, so I'll be honest with you. And they don't have kanji in here, or at least I don't think they have kanji. But I could never get into kanji. That's all of it ballpark. I had to share this with somebody because I thought this was absolutely insane. But it still worked. But aside from that, I have a couple of games still. Like this one. I wish this was the original one I had. I don't know where my original one went, that my parents got me, but this place no longer exists, Edward McKay. But was a used secondhand store, but for books and electronics. And I think my husband and I were dating at the time. I don't really remember. I'd have to ask him. But I saw this and I was like, heck yeah, I want that. Because I remember loving this game. And I think I beat it too. I used to rage quit this game though because I played it so much. I'm like, why can't I get it right? And then the other one too. I don't remember what the other one's name is because this comes with 2 games. The regular Super Mario World and then another one that's kind of just like an arcade game. That one used to make me rage quit too. And then best friend Randy and I both had this game. And oh my god, when I was in my freshman year of high school, I believe, I had to be my freshman year or my 8th grade year, but I played this game so much. So I wanted at one point to be a stylist, only to realize I have no sense of style. And that's okay. I just had a good time with this. I remember playing so many different dress-up games as a kid, and probably a lot later in life than I'd like to admit. I think dress-up, cosplay, and things like that are a lot of fun. And it just gives the mind an opportunity to go somewhere else for a little bit. I don't know if anybody played these, but I stumbled upon it maybe in 6th grade, and I don't remember how I did it, but I used to just look up Korean Yahoo games, and there was one site, and it had so much stuff on it. Oh my goodness, I would play that for hours and hours and hours. Oh, I gotta show you guys this one. So of course Randy again and I play this. Cooking Mama. Ironically, I hate cooking, but I enjoyed playing Cooking Mama. Her and I would always try to one-up the other. And try to get 100% on all of her things, on all of her recipes. was always so much fun. Sometimes I would get really mad, and actually I could tell you exactly which one I would get mad at because I could never win at it, and that was the, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the Japanese word for it. I know what it is too. The octopus balls. Oh, I know what they're called, and it's gonna drive me insane, but it's okay. Whatever the octopus balls are called, it'll come back to me at some point in time, but that particular recipe, I bet you I probably still couldn't do to this day, and it frustrated me. I'm gonna glaze over this game because I don't recall ever playing this, and truthfully, I don't recall having this. I may have heard of Paperboy from my dad, but I don't know about Rampage. This could even be my husband's for all I know. But I definitely didn't play either of these games. Back here. This one does not have a front, and it probably hasn't for about 15 years. Maybe the full 17. Actually, no, it has to be longer than that. So we've had this particular game now when I had the DS. We got it when we had Game Boy Advances. And this, I don't know how I remember, but this is Frogger. If you remember Frogger, we have to jump on the lily pads and get across the roads and then defeat enemies, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't remember too much about Frogger. My dad, I told him about how we still had this, and Trevor found it, and he says, would you like a DS for an early Christmas present? Of course, I said, that's not something you have to do, it's not a big deal, I'm just telling you about my nostalgia. He said, no, I really want to get you one. So, for an early Christmas present, he's getting me a DS Lite. I'm very excited about it, because I really want to play these games again. We've got, is it Propels? Yeah. This is actually my sister's game, and she had one too. I had the black one, and she had the white one. Her and I fighting over this game because I wanted a kitty. I wanted to take care of a kitty. But I was very inconsistent with taking care of my kitty. Because what kid wants to do work? I'm making excuses, but I cried when I realized 4 months had gone by and I hadn't taken care of my kitty. And I cried, actually, cried tears that I am such an awful person because I let my kitties die. And I remember that full meltdown. My sister's like, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm like, you just don't understand. And she just said, whatever. My sister's younger than me, by the way. Gets headaches from playing this game because it makes him so mad. I deem myself relatively competitive when it comes to Tetris. Stupid, I know, but I do. And I'm not the best Tetris player, by no means. I don't want it to seem like I am. However, I'm not exactly the most mediocre Tetris player either. can you tell what, the theme is here? That when I was younger, I had a short temper and a very, 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 very short fuse. I mean, that's the same thing, but yeah, I mean, we're talking 0 to 100 fast. And it could be something as stupid and simple as having the right piece, and then not pressing the button over to the right or left one more time, or rotating it properly, and I slot it where it doesn't belong. And then I've got this, like, itch, while I'm also seeing red. And, like, it's funny now, because, I'm not 13 anymore, but I think about that, I'm like, oh my god, it's just a game. I'm not that person anymore. I don't have a short fuse like that. I can't even remember the last time I got, like, genuinely angry. And I definitely don't get angry like I did with these games or anything like that. I promise. Let's see, I've got 2 more left. I actually should have 3, in fact. That's a shame. One of my favorite ones isn't here anymore. That's alright. One of my favorite ones was a Namco game, and it had Pac-Man, Dig Dug on it, had some racing game that I hated because I sucked at it, and then it had 2 forms of Galaga, and I love the newer form of Galaga. I love to play that game. It's like one of my favorite games to play. This is the only Donkey Kong game I've ever played. And at first when my dad got it for us when we had Game Boy SPs, I remember that he got this with Game Boy, the used Game Boy SP that he got, I think, from a friend. But, I remember looking at this and being like, yeah, right, I'm not playing that. And then I fell in love with it. I imagine, like, the graphics on this are going to be absolutely terrible. Let's see what year it says. Oh, gosh. See, this is why I should have glasses. Does it even have a year on here? Maybe not. I thought they all came with years. Nope, I don't see anything. I do see where my name was at one point in time there in Sharpie. Can you see it? There's the A, C, I, and A. It's so faint now. It's not even funny. And then we've got this one. I hate this game. This game can rid itself from this cartridge, go somewhere, be replaced with anything. But this, I hate this game so much. But Clacks, on the other hand, I loved, because you match the colors, and you can either go vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, and you had to get 3 colors, or 3 quantities of a singular color to be able to move, or to clear that area. And if you did it horizontally, you can do it with 5. So I'd always try to do 2, and then 1 when I got the opportunity. There's like, I think 4 or 5 other colors you would stack on top of that, so you could get the most points of the 5 in a row. The diagonal is the most difficult for me to do, and I didn't get those very often. A lot of them were actually accidental. And you can do a 3, a 4, or 5, and of course, the 5 has the most points, regardless of how you do it. And the 4 has the second most, and then the 3rd is the last. But yeah, this game, It's because I couldn't win at it and really figure it out, but I hated this game. To this day, I probably still wouldn't play that. I had more games, but I don't know where they went. You know, that stuff disappears and moves and gets stolen, things like that. And then I'm very grateful for what I have and what I've been able to find. This was a really good day when my husband brought this to me. He brought back stuff that I hadn't even thought about in years. And it was nice. I love reminiscing. It's my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things to do. Thank you guys so much for letting me show you just a fraction of things that make me really happy. It means a lot. Thank you guys.